Hello everyone, hope you're all doing as well as possible. In this video, I am going to be talking about the intersection of vision loss and race. Off the bat, that might sound like an odd combination, but it'll make more sense once I get into it. I've gotten a lot of thoughtful, respectful questions on this topic, and as you all know, I love thoughtful, respectful questions. The first question I want to answer is why image descriptions of photos and videos should include the person's skin tone. I have light skin, and I always mention that in image and video descriptions. I don't do it because I'm racist. I do it because it is socially and politically relevant. Being a white disabled person is a vastly different experience than being a disabled person of color, especially when you consider that disabled people of color have been underserved in disproportionate numbers. A semi-related question is, can people with more limited sight have some concept of differences in skin color? That would depend on that person's level of sight. But even if they don't have a visual concept of skin color variations, their life experience is unfortunately determined by their skin color. Before the days of mainstreaming, blind and deaf children would be sent to state schools. And during the Jim Crow years, these schools were segregated. And needless to say, the Black, deaf, and blind schools received significantly less funding. And while mainstreaming in the public schools does provide more opportunities than in the past, schools in predominantly Black areas are often underfunded compared to schools in predominantly white areas. So a blind person of color does, unfortunately, experience the social ramifications of their skin color, even if they don't have a visual concept of skin color. The other thing I get questions about is albinism and race. Excuse me. It's fairly common knowledge that albinism, or being born without any melanin, can sometimes cause vision impairment. I've always been pale, but after I got COVID in 2025, I got so pale that people began asking if I had albinism, because this was after I developed vision loss. Again, these questions were asked honestly and respectfully, so I'm happy to answer. No, I do not have albinism. I'm just really, really pale. And there is an important difference. If you stood me next to someone with albinism, you'd see the difference. White people without albinism do have melanin, obviously less than someone with darker skin, but they do still have some melanin. Albinism is caused by a genetic mutation in which you have no melanin. And when someone has vision loss due to their albinism, the vision loss is usually congenital, whereas my vision loss was adult onset. In some cases, albinism can cause other health problems as well. And the important thing to understand is that albinism can happen to anyone of any race or ethnicity. You can have albinism and be born to Black or Asian parents or any other ancestry. This can get socially complex because an albino person with non-white ancestry might pass as white, and therefore have different life experiences from their parents, if that makes sense. All right, that is it for this video. If you have any more questions or other vision-related topics you'd like me to cover, please leave them in the comments section. All right, take care. Bye. If you enjoyed this video, please do me a huge favor and hit the thumbs up. And be sure to subscribe so you don't miss any future videos. All right, thanks for watching, and I'll be back soon. Like you try. Bye.